Have you ever looked at your own life and noticed something strange? The things that used to bother you so much don't have the same power over you anymore. The people you once chased, you can now live without. The noise you once needed around you sometimes now feels like too much. And maybe you have started enjoying simple things more. A quiet morning, a good meal, a peaceful walk, an old song that suddenly takes you back to the days when your parents were younger, when life felt slower, simpler, and somehow more real. And you may be wondering, what is happening to me? Maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you are changing. Maybe you are growing in a way that people around you cannot easily see. Because real growth does not always come with a big announcement. Sometimes you just wake up one day and realize you are not the same person anymore. You don't react the same way. You don't chase the same things. You don't need to explain yourself to everybody. And you are starting to understand that peace can feel better than winning an argument. Now that's when things get interesting, because having a high vibration does not mean you are happy every second of the day. It does not mean you never get angry. It does not mean you sit there smiling at the wall like life has never given you a problem. No. A person with strong inner energy can still have difficult days. They can still cry. They can still feel disappointed. They can still go through pain, but something inside them begins to change. They stop allowing every little thing to control their whole day. And according to the deeper ideas we find in Carl Jung's psychology, real growth often begins when you start understanding the parts of yourself you once ignored. The part that wants attention. The part that is afraid of rejection. The part that gets angry. The part that keeps trying to prove, I am enough. And today we are going to talk about 3 unusual signs you may be operating at a high vibration. And please don't judge yourself too quickly. This is not a competition. There is no office somewhere giving out certificates saying, congratulations, you have officially reached high vibration, please collect your prize. No, my dear. Real life is a little more complicated than that. This is simply a chance to look at yourself, honestly. Maybe one of these signs will make you say, oh my goodness, this is exactly what has been happening to me. Or maybe you will say, I still have some work to do. And that's okay too, because growth is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming more real. So get comfortable. Take a breath. Because number 3 is something many people experience and think something is wrong with them, when sometimes it could be a sign that they are finally starting to wake up to who they really are. Sign number 1. You don't react to everything anymore. There was a time when one small thing could spoil your whole day. Someone says something about you. You hear bad news. A person doesn't reply to your message. And your mind starts working overtime. What did I do? Why did they say that? Are they angry with me? Now, you still notice things. You still have feelings. But you are learning that not everything deserves your energy. Sometimes the best answer is nothing. Sometimes the best decision is to go home, eat your food, and sleep peacefully. Because honestly, some problems are too small to carry all the way to bedtime. This is not because you don't care. It is because you are beginning to understand your peace. You realize that reacting to every little thing can make life very heavy. And as you grow, you start asking yourself, is this really worth my peace? Many of our parents understood this in their own simple way. Life was hard, but they kept going. They worked. They raised families. They faced problems. And somehow, they still found time to sit outside in the evening and breathe. They didn't need to answer every problem immediately. Sometimes you just let things settle, and maybe that is what you are learning now. Not every door needs knocking. Not every argument needs your voice. Not every person needs an explanation. Sometimes, let it go. Sign number 2. You start enjoying a simple life more. This one is beautiful. You may notice that the things that truly make you happy are becoming simpler. A peaceful morning, good food, a walk, your favorite old song, talking to someone you truly love, sitting outside when the weather feels good. And suddenly, you realize, I don't need so much to feel okay. When we were younger, many of us thought happiness was always somewhere ahead. When I get this, I will be happy. When I have more money, I will relax. When the children grow up, I will enjoy life. When I retire, then I will finally rest. Then retirement comes, and some people still don't know how to rest. You sit down for 5 minutes and suddenly think, let me check if there is something I should be doing. No, sometimes nothing is the thing you should be doing. Just sit down. Enjoy your tea before it gets cold again. As you grow inside, you may begin to understand that life doesn't have to be exciting every second to be beautiful. Some of the best moments are quiet moments. The kind of moments our parents and grandparents knew well. A family meal, children playing outside, people talking face to face, music playing from somewhere in the house. Life was not perfect back then, but many people knew how to enjoy the small things. And maybe that is one unusual sign of inner growth. You stop needing life to impress you every day. You simply start appreciating that you are here. Sign number 3. You become more comfortable with yourself. This may be the biggest sign of all. You stop running from yourself. You can sit quietly without feeling like something is wrong. You can spend time alone and still feel okay. You begin to understand your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own needs, and you stop changing yourself every time you enter a different group of people. You don't have to pretend you know everything. You don't have to make everybody like you. You don't have to prove that your life is perfect. You just become more yourself. And that can feel strange at first, because for many years we are taught to fit in. Be like this. Don't be like that. Wear this. Say this. Do what everybody else is doing. But as you grow, something inside you may finally say, I just want to be myself. And what a peaceful feeling that can be. Carl Jung spent his life exploring the hidden parts of human beings, and one of the deepest parts of growth is becoming more aware of who you really are. Not the person everybody wants you to be, but the real you, with your strengths, your mistakes, your past, your lessons, your strange little habits too. Yes, we all have them. Some of you have a special chair at home that nobody else is allowed to sit on, and if someone sits there, you may not say anything. But inside you are thinking, why are you sitting there? That chair has become part of your personality, and that's okay. Being comfortable with yourself means you stop being ashamed of every little thing that makes you human. You accept that you are still learning, still growing, still becoming. And maybe that is what a high vibration really looks like. Not perfection, not pretending, not trying to look special, but becoming more peaceful inside. So let's look at these 3 signs one more time. Number 1, you don't react to everything anymore. You are learning that not every problem deserves your energy. Number 2, you start enjoying a simpler life. You begin to see happiness in small, ordinary moments. And number 3, you become more comfortable with yourself. You stop trying so hard to prove who you are, and you simply begin to live. Maybe you are experiencing one of these signs right now. Maybe you are changing and you didn't even realize it. So now I really want to hear from you. Which one sounds most like you? Number 1, 2, or 3? Are you becoming someone who no longer reacts to every little thing? Maybe you have reached that point in life where you look at some arguments and think, you know what? You can win this one. I need my peace. Or maybe number 2 is your story. Maybe you are starting to enjoy the simple things more. A quiet morning, a cup of tea or coffee, a good meal, an old song, a walk outside. Maybe you have realized that happiness does not always come from having more and more. Sometimes it comes from finally slowing down enough to enjoy what you already have. Or maybe number 3 touched you the most. Maybe you are becoming more comfortable with yourself. You are no longer trying so hard to fit in. You are learning that not everybody has to understand you. Not everybody has to agree with you. And honestly, not everybody even has to like you. That is life. The older we get, the more we begin to understand something very important. Peace feels different when you have worked hard for it. After all the things you have been through, after the people you have loved, the people you have lost, the mistakes you made, the lessons life gave you when you didn't even ask for them, you begin to see life differently. Maybe that is one of the beautiful things about growing older. You start understanding what truly matters. Our parents and grandparents knew something about this. They may not have had everything we have today. They didn't have all these screens, all these apps, all this noise telling them what to buy, how to look, where to go, and how they should live. Life was different. And when you think about those old days, you remember the little things. People sitting outside in the evening, families eating together, children playing until somebody called them home, old songs playing in the background, your mother or father doing something around the house. Those moments may have looked ordinary at the time, but today, when you look back, you realize those ordinary moments were part of the good old days. And that is something I want all of us to remember. Don't spend your whole life waiting for one big, perfect moment before you allow yourself to be happy. Because one day you may look back at today and realize today was one of the moments you were going to miss. So enjoy your life. Call someone you love. Sit outside sometimes. Listen to that old song. Laugh when something is funny. Rest when your body says it is tired. And please, stop feeling guilty for protecting your peace. You don't have to answer every phone call immediately. You don't have to explain every decision. You don't have to attend every argument. Some things can simply pass you by, and that's okay. Don't waste all your peace trying to understand people who don't even understand themselves. You can care about people without carrying all their problems. You can forgive people without allowing them to hurt you again. You can love people and still choose your own peace. That doesn't make you selfish. Sometimes it means you are finally learning, and maybe that is what growth really is. Not becoming a completely different person, not trying to impress everybody, not pretending that life is always perfect, but becoming more honest, more peaceful, more comfortable in your own skin. So tell me in the comments, which one are you experiencing right now? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? And if you have a story, share it with us. You never know who may be reading your words and thinking, I thought I was the only one. If this video made you think, smile, or remember the beautiful simple days of the past, please give it a like and subscribe. Let's build this channel together. A place where we can talk honestly about life, getting older, the mind, our memories, our struggles, and the lessons we only understand after living a little longer. And remember this: you don't have to become someone else to grow. Sometimes growth is simply becoming more of who you truly are. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the little things, protect your peace, and enjoy the life you still have in front of you. I'll see you in the next video.